Hello dear students, good morning to all of you. As we were discussing about capital structure and we have discussed the definition, its meaning, importance in the of the capital structure in the previous class. Now today dear students, we will discuss about the factors affecting capital structure. Dear students, the capital structure can be affected by so many elements or the factors. And while making the capital structure of an organization, it means that while determining the ratio of the owner equity and debt equity of the organization, we must keep following terms in our mind, in our view, while determining the ratio of the sources of finance or sources of funds. So dear students, the term capital structure is related to the first cash flow position. It means, dear students, while determining the cash flow structure of the organization, we must have to think about the cash flow position of the business enterprise. As we know, the size of projected cash flow must be considered before deciding the capital structure of the firm. If there is sufficient cash flow, debt can be used. If there is less cash flow, the debt will not be helpful for the business enterprise, and it must be cover or it must cover the fixed payment obligation which are related to, first is normal business operation, second is investment in fixed assets, and third is meeting debt service commitments as well as provided as sufficient buffer. As we have discussed about the sufficient buffer in the previous class, that whenever we are preparing capital structure, whenever we are preparing financial planning, we are doing the financial planning, so we must keep some buffer stock as or for some buffer funds, that if the prices of the particular items raise, then we can be able to fulfill the or meet the requirement of the funds. So sufficient buffer funds are also required, buffers are also required. So dear students, first term, the cash flow position is very much required while considering the size of the project, because until or unless the cash flow position is not determined, we cannot decide the size of the project, because it is completely dependent on the inflow and outflow of the cash position, that how the cash are flowing in the business enterprises. If the flow of the cash is not sufficient, then it is not possible to borrow the debt at large quantity, because at least if we are not paying the debt, but we have to pay the interest on the debt at the scheduled time. So dear students, cash flow position is very much required. Now the next term, that is interest coverage ratio. Dear students, this is one of the most important term, that if we are deciding whether we have to create long-term sources of funds or short-term sources of funds, and especially if we are creating a kind of, if we are creating or distributing or deciding the capital structure while by dividing it into two parts, first in fixed capital and second is in working capital, then in that situation we must have to think about the interest coverage ratio, and especially when the firm has borrowed loan or firm has taken loan from the different financial institution or issued the debentures. So dear students, interest coverage ratio decides the higher the interest coverage ratio is calculated as follows, that is earning before interest and tax divided by interest or rate or amount of interest on long term loan and debenture. Simply we can say that interest EBIT is going to be divided, or earning before interest and tax is going to be divided by using the term of the division. It means, dear students, simply EBIT is divided by interest on loan and debentures. So dear students, if the interest coverage ratio is higher, then it will be easy to borrow loan because the risk can be fulfilled or minimized easily. But if the interest coverage ratio is lower, then it shall be the risk of the company failing to meet the its interest payment and obligations. And simply low interest coverage ratio is equal to debt not equal to use. It means whatever we are borrowing the debt will be higher than equal to the less payment of the interest, or so many times it is quite impossible to make the payment of the interest to the borrowers, and if it is charged, if it is paid, the firm or the company will go in loss. Now dear students, the next factor of the capital structure is debt services or debt service coverage ratio. Dear students, it decides the debt coverage ratio, that is profit after tax plus depreciation plus interest plus non-cash expenses plus preference dividend plus interest plus redemption or repayment obligation. Dear students, debt coverage ratio decides that how we are going to cover the debt services, or how we are going to make the payment of the different debts, or how we are going to decide that the firm is going to cover the debt. Simply it is also known as debt equity ratio 2, in which we find that the profitability situation of the enterprise is sufficient or not, so that we can make the payment of the obligation of the debt too. So dear students, if a higher debt service coverage ratio, in which cash profits generated by the operations are compared with the total cash required for the service of the debt, and the preference share capital, the better will the ability of the firm to increase the debt component in the capital structure, and low debt service coverage ratio is equal to debt not equal to use. So dear students, these were few terms which we have discussed today. Dear students, tomorrow we will start the discussion of the next terms of the capital structure or factors affecting capital structure, that is return on investment, and after that we will discuss about the cost of debt, and in this term we will also discuss about leverage too. So keep studying. Till then, thank you.